Hello and welcome to the Verizon Center as the Washington Wizards try to come home and get a victory finally here at the phone booth. Lex Taylor along with Kelsey, Kelsey K. Nelson. John Wall finally gets a chance to play in front of the home crowd. Coach Brooks wants to get a win at home. What can we expect from the Wizards against the Philadelphia 76ers?
I think you said the first part correctly right. John Wall finally gets to play at home in front of all these fans here for the preseason game. Monday night against the New York Knicks, he played 16 minutes, had 8 points, which is pretty solid, 4 assists and 3 rebounds. So obviously we want to see John Wall tonight, and we'll see a lot of the starting lineup, except that Markieff Morris won't play tonight. But on the other end, we do get to see the first glimpse of Marcus Thornton, which I think we're all very excited about seeing, because I think he's going to be an inaugural part. But also we want to see more of Thomas Satoransky, Sheldon McClellan. There's so many people here on the Wizards team that really need to play hard tonight, because as we know, they're competing for about 2 to 3 spots. Maybe. There's 6 players competing for those 2 to 3 spots. So we really want to see what they bring to the team. We're halfway through preseason, so they really need to bring it all tonight. And this is the Philadelphia 76ers team that they did beat earlier. Double overtime, 3-hour game, so they can beat this team again. And Scott Brooks really wants them to bring it all tonight against the 76ers.
It'll also be the first opportunity for us to get to see Joel Embiid, who has been injured for 2 seasons for the Philadelphia 76ers.
He's pretty much the big man that we're all scared of. So that's going to really test these young Wizards players that really want to make this team. And obviously, I mean, there's a reason why he's coming back tonight. It does put a new sense on the Wizards defense that they need to bring tonight. But that's what Scott Brooks wanted. He wants the Wizards to bring that defense. Against the New York Knicks Monday night, they struggled defensively before they went on a 10-0 run. So if they can hold up defensively, they can hold them in the box and hopefully, keep it from scoring.
It's the Washington Wizards and the Philadelphia 76ers. We'll be back with more.
Washington Wizards fan Nate Brown. Nate, what do you think of the Washington Wizards so far this preseason?
So far this preseason, they're looking nice. They're still trying to gel together and get that cohesiveness, but they're looking nice. I like the way they started off, and I definitely like the new additions. They're bringing a lot of energy.
Perfect. And you talked about new additions. What are your favorite new additions for the Washington Wizards team?
Well, let's start off with the coach. Love Coach Brooks, man. He seems like he's really a player's, personality type coach versus not going to badmouth Randy. He just seemed like a little bit of a stiff and a little bit old school, whereas Scotty Brooks seems like he's a player's kind of coach, and definitely like him. And also I like the guy Nicholson's good too.
Perfect. An 82-game season. Give me your final prediction of what do you think the Wizards will do this regular season?
Well, hopefully we make the playoffs. I'm going to go ahead and go on the limit.
Playoffs, you heard it from me.
But I'm going to say 43 wins.
Okay, perfect. We're going to come back to you if they don't. But perfect. Thank you so much for the interview.
I thought the defensive disposition was where we need to be. I thought it started with our guards. They were into the basketball, did not allow anything easy, and I thought that was the key to the good start.
What happened with Otto in terms of what's any updates on him, as well as you said coming in that Keith would play and he didn't. I also saw Jason Smith.
Yeah.
Was him not coming back in had anything to do with his knee?
Keith had, he's been played with a sore foot, and he thought going into the game, we were anticipating him to play, but he came tonight and it was sore, so we wanted to just be real safe with him, and we're going to just decide to sit him out. Otto just bruised ribs, day to day, see how he feels the next couple of days, but when you have a situation like that, you just feel one day you just feel much better and you can play. But right now, we don't know until how he feels tomorrow. Nope, no, he's fine. I thought he rolled his ankle on that block he had, and he rolled over with the official, but he's fine. Didn't need to play him in the second half. I just wanted to get some other guys a look.
It took you 2 overtimes to beat these guys the other night. Is this much more solid win a sign of progress, or just kind of different things on it?
Well, I think just different things happen, different matchups. They obviously are playing guys into rotations also, and they're figuring out how they're going to play, and we're doing the same. I thought, obviously Brad had a great third quarter shooting the ball. John did a great job of finding a lot of guys in transition, but our defensive hands were active from the start. I thought it was just an overall a good basketball win for us.
What do you like about the way the offense runs when Trey's in there?
Well, Trey, it's 2 different players, 2 different style of play. John has speed. that not too many people have in this league. And Trey is gaining his experience and understanding how to use the change of pace into his game. But I thought they both played solid, and then Thomas came in and played a solid fourth quarter also. Absolutely. John has been very good in a lot of ways offensively, but I think for him to continue to develop and evolve as a player, he has the ability to get off the basketball. When he does catch it, it's hard to catch up with his speed, and we're going to and he's worked on his three-point shooting, so I don't mind him spacing out and being ready to shoot those threes, and that's something that he's really worked on, he's improved on. But him playing on the baseline some with Bradley handling the ball up top it's a good weapon for us, because Bradley also is pretty good with the basketball. As long as they're making plays for their team, and which they did tonight, that's what we're going to continue to focus on. But we just want guys to play the right way and play for each other, and I thought tonight was a good example of how to play.
When you see Brad come out with that 15-point quarter like he had in just about 6 minutes in the third, what can you do as a coach to try and get that type of performance last, all 4 quarters?
Well, I liked it. I saw it a few times coaching against him, so it was great to see him, go in for our team. But he's good. He has one of the best shots in the league, and he's really worked on his handle and getting to the basket and creating opportunities there. And then his passing has improved. So he's one of the best players in the league at his position, and we're just going to continue to have him develop and grow. And he's 23 years old, and he's going to continue to improve. He's a hard worker, and I like the way he plays.
Obviously, you're counting on Brad to help with the three-point shooting, but overall, after 4 games, how do you kind of feel about your three-point shooting options?
Well, it's something like I tell our guys: you got to put your time in every day. You can't just expect to make shots in the game. You have to work on your game, and that's a part of a lot of guys' game is three-point shot. It helps our spacing. It helps just helps everything about the game offensively. But I thought our guys have really put a lot of time in so far in this training camp. But it's not a training camp thing. It's how we do. It's what we do, and we do it every day. And I tell our guys all the time, no matter how well you shoot the night before, how bad you shoot the night before, it doesn't matter. Your job is to do it again today in practice.
How encouraging was it for Andrew in particular to make those shots, especially at that position?
He's intriguing out there. He has a unique game, and it's been a great pickup. First of all, he's a great teammate, and the guys really enjoy watching him play how he plays. He has a low post game. He's the man of 1,000 moves, and he has big hands. He has a good touch with either hand around the basket. And he's unique in the fact that most three-point shooters can't score down low, and most low post scorers can't shoot threes. So he can do a little bit of both, and it's the balance. I think he shot 10 times tonight, or 9 times, and 5 were threes. Might be a little much, but he was feeling it, and he was wide open. So when he's wide open, he has to take those shots.
Coach, Bradley did well during the third quarter. Why take him out toward the end?
Yeah, his minutes were good in the game. We had a pretty good lead, and I just wanted to make sure he had a good enough rhythm, and he did. He played a good amount of minutes in that third quarter. But I think at that time we were up nearly 30 points, so I just wanted to give other guys opportunities.
I know you're emphasizing interior defense. How do you think the team performed in that help tonight?
Well, we're improving. I thought our bigs did a good job. He's a handful down there. The guy he's a good young player, and he hasn't played in the last couple of years, but they've done a good job with him and developing him, and he gets to the free throw line, he takes jump shots. But I thought our bigs did a good job of really protecting the paint. And they do a great job offensively passing. Our bigs are great passers, and they hit a lot of guys for open shots on those swing cross-court passes for threes. I can count probably 6 or 7 of them tonight.
Harvey Grant here. You come to watch the 76ers, I know, because you got some interest on the other sideline. But talk about that, but also talk about the Washington Wizards and what you see so far from both teams.
Well, with the Sixers, I got
a personal interest in it. So, one of my sons play. But what I see from the Wizards, man, I think they're going to be fine. Once everybody gel together, they got a lot of new faces. But with the coach they have and Scott, they'll be okay.
John Wall, this is his first home preseason game. It's really like his second preseason game back. Talk a little bit about what you saw from John in the first half.
He controls the game. As John go, as the Wizards go. And he got his teammates involved. But when he saw that he needed to take it to the hole, or hit a jumper or hit somebody for alley-oop, he did it. So he controls the game when he's out there.
You've been around Washington for years. Talk a little bit about Scott Brooks in his first season. I know you've seen a couple of their games so far in preseason. What are your thoughts?
Scott, he's a proven coach in this league. And, when he was in OKC, he took them, to the finals. But here, I think, guys going to have to learn this system. It's going to take a little time. So I actually, the fans here, be a little patient. But, hey, he will come through.
All right, thanks, Harvey.
I'm here with Sierra Lamb, another lifelong Washington Wizards fan. Sierra, what do you think of this Washington Wizards team so far?
I feel like they're playing really well. Their offense is definitely great. I feel like they need a little bit of help with defense, but we're working on it. I'm loving the dunks. I'm loving the energy. It's really nice to see Kelly Oubre out there doing his thing, too.
And give me your favorite player on this Washington Wizards squad.
Bradley Beal all the way.
Bradley, we know, is having a great game and hopefully another great season if he stays healthy. Thanks so much, Sarah. And give a quick shout out for your mom's birthday.
Yes, it's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you all so much. Thank you.
Well, the Washington Wizards came home to the phone booth, got the victory 100-79 over the Philadelphia 76ers. Great game from Bradley Beal. He was feeling tonight, Kelsey.
Yes, fans are so happy that he's back healthy. And this makes me excited that we're 14 days away from opening night. If Bradley keeps playing the way he's playing, Wizards fans, we might be going to that postseason, even though I don't want to say it too early. But obviously, 22 points tonight, another solid game. He had 17 the last game on Monday night. So Bradley's just continuing to impress fans. And I think he's really being that second man that John Wall needs to really be a nice backcourt in this league. So obviously, they're not playing like there's any drama going on despite all the media reports. If they keep playing like this, the Wizards will be a very scary team in the East. So very proud of Bradley tonight. He really let that starting group out tonight on the floor.
John Wall, 9 points, 9 assists, very close to a double-double. Didn't play a lot, but the minutes that he did have on the floor looked really good, I think, for running the offense.
Right. John Wall came here tonight and really showed out for fans. I mean, I think he had about 4 dunks just in the first half that he played. It was wild in here for the fans that were here to watch the Wizards, even though we know a lot of fans went to watch the Nats. But John Wall's the John Wall that we see, and he's really the leader on the team. He brings the energy to the Verizon Center, which I think we all want. But you can really just see him commanding. But luckily, it's preseason, so we did see a few mishaps, such as when he threw it to Otto Porter, and Otto Porter ran the wrong route. But we can see John Wall's back healthy, and it really doesn't even look like he had that double knee surgery, I think, tonight. He was doing everything tonight, and it really showed that he's a John Wall that really can't be guarded in this league.
Well, Coach Scott Brooks finally got that much-needed win at home in front of the fans. I know he was happy about the performance from some of his bench players. One in particular, the newbie, Trey Burke, 13 points.
Trey Burke is great off the bench, which is what we need, especially when John Wall needs to rest. As we know, he'll come in and lead that team. And I think today Scott Brooks saw, okay, this is my good second-hand man. And fans saw that from Trey Burke, so he was great. But I think we can't talk about Trey Burke without also mentioning Iman Mahinmi. Wow, 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 wow. When he comes off the bench, I think the Wizards are in for another great off-the-bench backcourt. Because I think after the Wizards lost Nene last year, they really thought, who could be that person to come in and fill in for him? Well, I think we have the answer in Mahinmi. So Trey Burke, Mahinmi, this Washington Wizards squad, though it has new faces, it will be fun to watch. And I really think this is a squad that can get above the 500 mark, which they failed to do last year.
Well, if the Washington Wizards play like they did tonight against the 76ers, it could be a very interesting basketball season. For Kelsey Nelson, I'm Lexter Taylor. Back to the studio.